The end of an odyssey. A shipment of paintings worth a fortune has just arrived at the Barberini Museum in Potsdam, carefully wrapped and boxed up. The journey began a few days earlier at the Kunsthalle Bremen. Max Beckmann was a famous German painter, graphic artist, and sculptor who died nearly 70 years ago. His work is highly sought after in the international art world. Every one of these works could easily fetch over €1 million at auction. The exhibition devoted to Max Beckmann spent 4 months in Bremen and then was slated to move to Potsdam. Transporting such a fragile and valuable cargo is a challenge, and Hasenkamp's forte. Over 100 years old, the German company is Europe's leading fine arts logistics specialist. Matthias Serrata could have retired long ago, but he loves what he does. He can talk for hours about transporting art, how in the old days paintings would be shipped wrapped in nothing more than a piece of fabric.
I always say I might not be able to discuss art, but I can transport it. You have to factor in the size of doors, obstacles, the size of the aircraft cargo space, elevators, doorsteps. All these hurdles need to be addressed and dealt with.
Sometimes the obstacle is nothing more than a jammed container fastener. In the 1970s, Hasenkamp developed climate-controlled crates. They provide airtight protection against moisture and temperature fluctuations. If the fragile surface of a work of art were to suffer any kind of damage, it would be a disaster. Shipping masterpieces is a highly delicate business. The work's lenders have sent experts, some from as far away as the U.S., to examine the paintings together with the museum's own specialists. Are there any scratches that weren't there before? Any tears? The slightest change is documented. Once their work is done, it's time for Hasenkamp to take over. 3 days later, these 18-ton trucks will be transporting the artworks from Bremen to Potsdam. In the last 18 years, truck driver Thomas Beer has crisscrossed Europe. He's an old hand. The crates containing the Beckmann paintings weigh around 200 kilos. Only experienced workers can do this sort of heavy lifting. It takes 1.5 hours to load the first 2 trucks. The third has a flat tire. The breakdown service has been called, but will take a while to arrive. It won't be the only incident today. The trucks set off well behind schedule. According to the sat-nav, it will take 4.5 hours to get to Potsdam, but speeding isn't an option. Utmost safety is the first priority given what's in the back of the truck.
We're equally careful with every single painting and art object we handle, regardless of whether it's worth €1 million or just a few hundred. We handle everything with kid gloves, however valuable. I'm not interested in its specific value.
Each truck is carrying art insured to the tune of around €70 million. An accident on the Autobahn is a horrifying prospect. The convoy hasn't been on the road for very long when a tire on one of the trucks bursts. Everyone's alarmed, including the experts from abroad who are supervising the transport. Could the artworks have suffered any damage?
Nothing happened. We could have come off the road and nothing would have happened. The art's completely safe.
The rest of the journey is plain sailing. The convoy reaches the Barberini in the evening, and the Hasenkamp team unload their freight. It's been a long day. The artworks are only unpacked a couple of days later. Hans Ewald Schneider head of Hasenkamp, is on hand to make sure everything's all right. With the help of a mock-up of the gallery, Museum Director Ortrud Westheider shows him where the paintings will hang.
We're still unpacking the first crates, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how the work goes with the rooms. We planned it all with a mock-up. It's very exciting. This is the best part, I think.
The artworks stand up to scrutiny. Schneider from Hasenkamp can devote himself to the next big job.
We have a team in Cairo, and we're packing up a major exhibition about Tutankhamun. Dealing with wood that's 3,000 years old is a major challenge. The work is always very varied. Nothing is ever the same in the world of art.
Unpacking the crates will take another few days. Max Beckmann would be glad to know how carefully the Hasenkamp team looks after his work as it travels the world.